It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.
No. Yo, man. That's how it starts. You're not going to go to the bathroom. Never. Okay, yeah, because I'm going to probably have to go eventually, so we should pull over at some point.
I guess we can pull over.
Yeah, I figure that's good, because I'm not saying now I have to, but there's going to be a time at some point, and I don't want you saying no.
At some point, yeah, you're gonna have to go to the bathroom. You might as well do it when someone else has to.
Right, but then later on, if I have to, I don't want someone saying no. I don't want to give myself bad piss karma.
Bad piss karma.
Yeah,
that's a fair thing. You put in good piss karma into the world, it'll come back to you.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
If you have to piss, you can just go. I know what it's like to have to piss really bad and being in driving between Hope and Kelowna, for all you Canadian people who may know that drive and having to.
We've all been there.
Yeah,
we've all been between Hope and Kelowna.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't want to bust out the piss jug. You just.
Apparently, most people do, though.
Apparently, most people do, and those people, I applaud them. As long as you don't. Well, I guess you throw your piss jugs out. You can't just keep your piss jug in the back.
Please don't keep your piss jug in the back. Throw it out.
Right.
Let it be free. Free fly.
How many times can you reopen it, really? And is it just a one time? I mean, like.
Well, it depends on the size of the jug and the size of the pee. Some
people use the big jugs and like the milk jugs. That's a lot of times
that is
you're
a
peeing.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's not just like a 20-ounce bottle and maybe.
They don't just like. I would assume. I've never done it, but I would assume it's more like I finished my Gatorade. Time to fill it back up.
Yeah, you never used.
I've never used a piss jug.
Oh man. Okay.
I guess I haven't lived.
You haven't lived.
Maybe I should try it.
There are people that use piss jugs in their rooms.
I have heard that. Some people fill up Snapple bottles.
Or
just whatever, man.
Yeah, whatever, man. It's their own thing. I'm not saying. I'm just giving out information.
Not saying it's right. Not saying it's wrong. It's just a thing.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what you do with them though.
Do you wash them out? You pour them down the drain and wash them out, or pour them into the toilet?
I'd hope so eventually, but some people just like maybe as a safety blanket of wee-wee.
Do they cuddle it at night?
Possibly, just know that it's there.
It's nice and warm. Just like
for a little bit. How long does it stay warm? I guess that's a question you have to really know. Like, I've never been able to experiment with that. I hear that pee is warm, but I don't really have a way to confirm that.
Yeah.
I've peed into a little bottle for drug tests.
It is warm when I do that.
It's warm when I do that, but you have to make it there very fast. You have to go and take it to the place.
Right.
Or not to the place. You have to be in the place.
You have to hand it off.
Hand it off, and that's a weird thing enough in itself.
Yeah.
Is handing off, going and pissing in something, then handing it off to someone, and they give you that weird face of.
How would you like that job? How would you like that to be your job? Every single day, people just hand you piss all day. Literally handing you piss all day.
I don't think I have the strength to do it. I
don't have the constitution.
No.
The sheer physical will.
I wish I could, but I've seen some shit. I saw.
You've seen some shit.
I haven't seen shit.
People hand you shit instead.
I haven't been that far. I haven't gone to the stool analysis receptacle place. But this one time at band camp.
People handed you shit.
People handed me shit, and I saw this. There was this old guy who was getting his urine analysis-ized, and
That's okay. I'm gonna let you finish.
okay,
Why is it called a urinalysis?
because
Why do they shorten it like that? Why
because
do they make it one word?
they can't, like, there should be more things. It should have an apostrophe at least in there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Just so people know it's not one thing. But anyway, this guy,
That guy.
he was old, and the woman collecting it saw that there was blood in it,
Oh Jesus.
and so there's like 10 people sitting in the waiting room, and all of us have to hear about this, and like, so it's bad enough you're already handing someone a bottle of piss in front of 10 other people.
Mm-hmm.
Here you have this old man, and she's like, we can't accept this because it has blood in it, and so you have to go to a doctor and then come back and pee again.
So wait, they won't take your piss if it has blood in it?
No, because we'll need to be tested for drugs or alcohol or stuff, but they can't test it if it has blood, because blood may be.
I guess it might taint it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it might come from the taint. So,
Taint blood.
Taint blood. A taint blood. But
it was.
It was. So that's what happened with that guy. So I don't know what happened to that guy. I hope he's okay, but
If you're listening to this old guy who had blood in his urine,
Yeah.
here's to you.
Yeah, I know
Hope
I'm
you're doing good.
not supposed to talk about this, but I don't remember what your name was, and I don't know if I ever met the guy, but I remembered your pee, and
That's what really matters.
That's what really matters.
That's your legacy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to point him out in a line or remember when I saw him in his face.
But you'd be able to point out his pee.
I saw his pee, and I had to see that, because that's something that's burned in my mind. I only have so much space and memory. I must have thought it was something it's not something that's cool.
Just really important.
It's really important. It's important enough that I remember that, and that was like 8 years ago, and I still remember this guy's pee.
Did you actually see it?
Yeah, I saw.
Was it like an orange color?
No, it was like two different, like, oil and vinegar type of thing.
Oh, so it's separated.
Yeah, it's separated.
Whoa. That's weird.
Yeah, it was, I think it's separated. I think I remember it a little separated. It was a little orange, but...
Do blood and urine not mix?
I
Are they like water and oil?
I think so, or something was...
Or did he just, like, bleed into the cup and then pee on top of the blood?
Oh, jeez, I hope not. I hope it's...
This'll fuck with him.
Yeah. I don't know, because it was another thing with it being... because you didn't have to have someone go in there with you. But you definitely had to bring it out in front of everybody. I'm glad it wasn't...
Right.
I'm glad I was never in enough trouble where I had to have someone watch me pee and then bring it in.
The worst. I interned at a... what's it called? The places... The office where if someone's getting out of jail...
Uh-huh.
The parole office.
Oh, okay.
I interned at a parole office for a few months. And... every day it was someone else's job to be the person who watched the people pee. Like, that was just their job for the day.
Oh, so you...
I never had to do it. Thank God I never had to do it.
How'd you manage to do that?
I have no idea. I don't think, I think interns aren't qualified or something. There's some sort of special degree or something you have to have.
It's a good thing
watch
you're not
people pee.
qualified.
Yeah. That's one of the few times it's good to be underqualified.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot to do with I don't know. Yeah, if I don't know, people like watching people pee, maybe that's something you can look into.
I mean,
as a profession.
I've heard it was a very horrible experience. People are really gross about it, especially apparently women. They're very not taken care of.
Oh, yeah.
Things tend to get smelly, and a
Oh.
little gross.
And you have to be right in
You
there.
have to be like right up in there.
Because people are sneaky.
yeah.
Especially if it's a woman's thing, a woman's pee job. You have to get right up in that, in the
Yeah.
splash
Splash zone. You gotta bring like a little hood, a
Yeah.
little parka,
Yeah.
keep yourself from getting wet.
Yeah.
It's like going to see Shamu.
Yeah, it's
It's a ride.
Yeah, it's the vagina of Shamus.
Shamu vagina.
The Shamu of vaginas. And you have to be there. And you can't just. You have to be really watching.
You gotta be alert.
You have to be alert. You have to be making sure that people aren't sneaking fake pee in there or having other. Because with the guys, the guys have those.
It's like the little fake penises.
The fake penises and stuff. I mean, like the shit's changed a lot over time. You know, they used to have those shakes that you drink, and then your pee looks like you were drinking like 7 Monster Energy drinks in a row, and it's this bright fluorescent color, and it's like you go and you pee, and it's like, oh, okay, well, what have you been? You know, you test negative, but you know you have.
Something else is wrong with you.
Fluorescent piss. Yeah, something's not right.
Not gonna lie, my pee not often, but like used to look a lot like that. A lot.
And
because I would drink so many energy drinks.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's kind of what it looked like. And then they had this stuff that was freeze dried deer piss.
Freeze dried deer piss.
Yeah. That
Really?
you would go and you mix it.
Just that water?
It had to be the distilled water, and then you put it. You have to have the water. You had it up in between your nut sack and your leg, using medical terms, and
the most technical of terms, because this is a very professional podcast.
Very professional, and you had to keep it at the right temperature, around the 98.6 temperature. So
is that the temperature of pee?
Well, it's whatever your body temperature is, somewhere around there. So if it's the body temperature is too low, they won't accept it, and you fail the test.
So if your pee isn't the right temperature,
yeah, they test
it
for temperature.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so like even if you're using fake pee, you should go and you should piss on the outside of the. Because they have these little temperature gauges on the outside of
just piss on the temperature gauge.
Just piss on the temperature gauge, and then don't put that actual pee in there. Use the fake pee. But now they have so many medical advances, like not medical advances, but piss advances.
That's what scientists have been working on for the past few years. It's
Yeah.
really advancing our piss technology.
Yeah, and I figured the best thing to do is just take the test legit, because this shit's stressful.
Yeah.
And trying to get around that is ridiculous. And
even as someone who has never had something to worry about with a piss test,
yeah,
they're terrifying.
They are, and you have to have someone watch you.
Yeah.
And just
I can only imagine.
Just the fact of having to piss for someone, and then
can you imagine the performance anxiety? Like, sometimes I'll have trouble getting it going because there's people sitting in the urinal right next to me.
Yeah.
But like, if someone's actively watching me,
yeah,
I can't imagine.
While you're holding a cup. Yeah. You have to piss in a cup. Like, that's not it's like having to piss in a bottle or whatever, a piss jug. Yeah. You have to. It's a learned thing. You can't. You can just like sort of piss into a little cup, but then you have to have the proper pressure.
Yep.
So you don't go and you piss all over the place. Or
just get it everywhere.
Yeah, and then once it's full up enough, then you have to be able to get it into the toilet, and you have to leave the toilet unflushed.
Yeah.
And
it's such a weird thing.
Yeah, and when I was taking it, you weren't allowed to dilute it. So like you weren't allowed to drink hardly any water. And I would have to take the test usually around 5 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And so and I never knew really most of the time until the day of, so I wouldn't be able to drink a lot of water.
Surprised you're not drinking water today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you can't drink water today, no matter what, or else you're gonna, if your test is negative, you're gonna be in a lot of or not negative, but if it's diluted, you're gonna be in just as much shit as
Or
it
piss.
being dirty. You're gonna be drowning in piss.
Drowning in piss. Speaking of which, have you ever taken the like saliva test with the little sponge thing that you have to stick in your mouth?
Yes, I've done that for my I believe my last 2 jobs in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I'd had those, and it tastes horrible.
It tastes so bad. And it feels you're just getting so much spit.
Yeah.
Like it never is enough.
Yeah, it's never enough, especially if, I don't know, because I passed them both.
Yeah.
I guess I passed them both.
I would assume so since
Yeah.
you got the job.
I got the jobs, but it tasted horrible, and then, so, like, afterwards, the first time, they gave me a little piece of candy, like, you're gonna want this, and the second time I did it, I was just waiting to get candy. I think it was some sort of thing that I remembered, that I want candy after this, and they made me wait a certain amount of time before I could, have any candy, just in case it came back negative.
Fascinating.
Or something. So I was like, I want a piece of candy or a piece of gum. Like, no, you can't yet. You have to wait until the test comes back in case you have to do it again.
Yeah.
Because I guess that mints or gum can offset the tests.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so I don't know if maybe that's... Because I know in the morning, both times, I brushed my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I mouthwashed.
Right.
So I don't know if that threw off the test a little bit, but I passed.
Yeah, the first time I took it, I had to do it again because I didn't get enough saliva. I was just like going to town on the thing, trying to fill it up, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, you have to wait for this thing to get all soggy, and somehow, if you can't do it, they're like, well, what's the deal?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what?
Where's all your saliva? Come on.
Well,
be a real man.
Yeah.
Show us your saliva.
Like, what do you want my saliva for? And you have to... it's still weird even giving them that. Like, it's like handing someone a sucker and being like, here, you put this in a plastic case and do something with it.
Yeah.
Just not a huge fan of this, these testing things.
Yeah.
You should just be able to tell.
Yep.
It costs money for each one. That's probably not... you can't tell that someone is probably gonna be on drugs of some sort while they're working.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point? You can pretty much tell when someone comes in. It's like, they probably... And, I don't know, not to say anything's better or worse than the other, but most drugs go out of your system within a couple days.
Yeah. When I was in high school, did you ever hear the Buku energy drinks?
I've heard of them, yeah.
When I was in high school, there was always a rumor that if you drank like 2 Bukus, it would just clear your entire system out, clear all the drugs out of your system. So that's what everyone I knew did. And some of them got jobs.
Yeah.
Some of them did not. So I don't know how much validity there is to that.
There's probably some. And then, I've seen it with niacin.
Yeah.
But that stuff is horrible.
Yep.
It makes your insides burn.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, so you have to take it right before you fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
If you think you're going to be awake at all, don't take it. Because everything starts burning. It's a great feeling
A great feeling.
Great feeling. It's yeah. No, don't do that.
Like your whole insides, your
Like your whole
digestive tract, and
everything. Everything on the inside feels like it's burning, and then it makes the outside start feeling like it's burning.
And then just everything's burning, and then you wake up and you realize your house is on fire.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. So it's like a warm blanket. It's like
it's like a nice piss jar to cuddle.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good piss jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like on that we should say that's
a good way to end it.
That's a good way to end it, and that's the show, man.
Showman.
It's Rusty Diamond, motherfucker.